Hi, this is Gretchen, and I'm going to tell you about making album layouts in Lightroom. The first thing you want to do is you want to go into your library module and you want to select the folder that will contain the images that you want to put into your album. Once you've selected that once you've selected that folder, you're going to click on the print module and you're going to start out with any one of these different layouts that come with Lightroom automatically. I just picked one that I had actually created, and then I went over here to clear layout, and so it cleared any changes. And I need to and I also want to click on custom package. That's going to allow me to use many different images in my album layout. The thing you want to think about is how big your album is going to be. So if I'm going to create, for example, an album that's, let's just say 8 by 8, then I'm going to have a spread that's going to be 16 inches across like that, but I also want to create a little bit of a gutter. So I think I'm going to want it to be 16.5 inches across. That will give me a 1/4 of an inch gutter on both the left and right side, and then 8.5 inches tall. That'll give me a 1/4 of an inch gutter on top and bottom. For right now, I'm just going to leave the background white. You could make it any color you want. To change the color of the background, let's see, right here under page, you can check the page background color, and then you can change it to whatever color you want by picking one of these choices up here. Or if you have a color that you want to change it to, we'll be able to change that. But let me get some pictures in there first to show you how to change that. Okay, so uncheck that. All right, so right about here at 8.25 is going to be the center of our album. So we'll put some frames on this side and we'll put some frames on this side, and then we'll go ahead and drop some pictures in there however we want to. But what we're going to do is we're going to save the layout so that we can use it over and over again and put pictures in there later. One thing I want to show you that's real important is I want to show you this box right here, Lock to Photo Aspect Ratio. When you are inserting the cells, so basically like the outlines for the pictures, you always want to have this checked. When you are inserting the pictures, you always want to have it unchecked. And here's the reason why. When you check it, that means that when you put the little frame in there, it will keep the image in the same aspect ratio. When you uncheck it, it means that when you change here, it could change any size. And we want to try to keep it at the size that we set it at. But if you get really way off, you can always go right over to here and you can change it again. Like let's say, oh, I remembered I put that in as 3 inches by 3 inches. So I can change that back to 3 inches by 3 inches, and then you're back to where you want it to be. But if we go ahead and check that now, when we move this around, see how it's going to stay locked. The reason that you want this off when you're inserting a picture is that when you drop the picture in like this, it'll fit the picture into the size of the cell. I'm going to undo that to show you what happens if I do have it checked and I'm putting a picture in. Watch what happens. See how it changes the size of the cell according to what size my picture is? We don't want to do that. We want to be able to drop our pictures in to fit in the cell that we already have set up. Okay, so you can go ahead and put some cells in here. Now I just chose a 3 by 3 to start off with. Let's say you want to put a 5 by 7 in there or something like that, and maybe like think, oh no, I didn't want it long ways, I wanted it up and down. Well, then you can click this right here, rotate cell, and you can move it over there. To move these, I just click on it and drag it over, and that's how I do that. And I'm going to go ahead and just put in a couple other cells here just for fun. We'll just set it up like this, and I'll put another one of these over here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I think, oh, that's a little too big. That's not where I wanted it. So I make it a little smaller, then I put it over here. Maybe I can make this one a little bit smaller. I'm just kind of playing around to show you how to do this. And if I want to see, I don't want this page anymore, so I'm going to click X there. If I want to see exactly how it's all set up, I can go up here on my show guides and I can click page grid, and you see it's a grid to show you exactly where everything, oh, I can see this one's a little bit low, so I can move it up, and I compare, you know, oh, this one's a little bit too big also, and that sort of thing. So you can go through and you can line all this stuff up if you want to do it that way. Okay, so this might be how you want to set up your album layout. Now let me show you a couple other things up here. The inner stroke is going to be, it's going to give you almost like a little mat inside this black line. It's going to give you like a little mat where your picture is. The photo border is going to be on the outside of the mat, so it'll almost be like the photo border is going to be almost like a frame. Okay, and oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. If you wanted to insert some cells and you had some custom sizes you wanted to insert, you can just go down here to edit, and then you can insert any size you want. Like let's say you want to insert one that's 1 inch by 1 inch. Then you can add one that size. See? So you can change any of these, and then you can just insert whatever size you want. So I'm going to delete that because I don't really like that one. Okay, so now we talked earlier about your page background color. Oh, first let's go ahead and insert a couple pictures in here. So, well, before I do that, why don't I teach you guys, once you've set up your page how you want to save it, then what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the template browser and see this little plus sign? You click plus, and it says template name, and you can name it anything you want to. Let's call this one Beauty and Chaos Lightroom Album 1. Okay, and then you can put it in any folder you want. Now see, I already have a bunch of album templates. I also have some templates that I use for when I'm blogging. I do some school portraits, so I have some portrait sheets like that in sports. And then you could also make a new folder if you wanted to. Let's say you wanted to start making a bunch of things. So let's just create a new folder. Let's say this is Beauty and Chaos Album Sheets. And I'll click Create. And create there. And then, let's see, close up. See, there's that right there. And this is going to be this one. So now if I go to any other sheet, doink, like there's one of my blog templates. When I come back here, I have this one saved. Okay, so that's awesome. So now I can create a whole bunch of album layouts, and I can have them all saved. So now I'm going to actually put in the pictures, and you can kind of see what happens. So let's say I drop this one in here. There's that one. And you can see that little white inner stroke. That's the inner stroke I was talking about before up here. Where is it? There it is right there. It's the inner stroke. And you can make it a different color if you want. Let's say you want your inner stroke to be not white or black, but you want it to be a color. Watch this. So I'm going to click and hold inside here, but I'm going to actually drag my dropper into here. And you can, once you drop it on a color, then you can see that inner stroke right there? See that? And I can make that bigger if I want. Let's say you think, oh, that's not quite big enough. I want it a little bit bigger. See how it's making it bigger, 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 bigger? You can give that any color you want. And same thing with the background. Okay, the page background color, we have it unchecked right now, so it's not showing. But if you wanted to make the background color, you can make it black. Again, you can make it any color you want. Let's say we want to make it blue. There you go. Okay. Maybe I want to make that inner stroke just a little bit bigger. And then just to show you what the photo border does. Oh, the photo border isn't, I guess it's not showing up because that shrinks that down there a little bit. Okay. So then let's go ahead and add in a couple more pictures. Here's a picture. There you go. There's one of my daughter. And here's one of him jumping off the pier. Oh, whoops. Okay, see how it did that thing I didn't want it to do. I totally forgot about that. So I'm going to go up here to the lock the photo aspect ratio, uncheck it. And then I'm going to re-drag it up there and see what happened. Now if you want to move that within the frame, you don't want to just click and move, because see, it'll move the it'll move this the cell. What you want to do is you want to control and click and hold it and then drag it. See? Da, 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 da. Like that. See? Awesome. Just like that. And then I'll go ahead and put one more picture up there just for fun. There we go. And there, now I have a little album that you can lay out. And when you print this, you can go ahead and, I'll move this up a little. When you print this, you should have a little bit of a gutter on each side so it'll be your safe area. And if you want to see what you're doing, you know, you can just turn your grid on and make sure that you know what's going on. Like that, so you can see everything. So, okay, I hope that helped you. And then if you need any other questions, feel free to just post a comment or feel free to contact me through the forum. Have a great day. Thanks.